Hello everyone, welcome to Ease of Development. Today I'm going to cover Azure DevOps Service Connection. Why we need a service connection? We need to connect Azure DevOps with the portal. Then we need the service connection. In this diagram, you can see Azure DevOps, which have Azure pipeline and repository where you can create the pipelines for various services, and you can have source code of those services. When we run the pipeline, then those pipelines need to be connect with Azure to perform deployment. Also to create the resources in project code on Azure portal. So for that purpose, pipelines can be connected through the service connection. And you can see in Azure portal, Azure operation tenant, where we can create various resources, storage account, services, and various other resources. Those can be created via pipeline also in project code, and pipeline also apply their component on those respective resources. That is called deployment. So applying the deployment and various configurations via pipelines, we need service connection. So let us see what are the key steps are needed to create a service connection. So here are some steps to create service connection. Number one, go to Azure DevOps and select project setting and then service connection. And then you can click on new service connection, select type of service connection that you need, and then click next. Then it will ask you for authentication method. So there are some set of authentication which you need to select. You can go for managed identity authentication, or you can go with the service principal authentication, and then enter all respective parameter. It will allow to create service connection. So let us do the practical. I can open the Azure DevOps. So here, this is my Azure DevOps. You can see in this Azure DevOps, what I can do, I can go here in project setting. In the project setting, the next step is you need to select the service connection. So here is a service connection. And in service connection, I have one service connection. I have created that. Then you click here to new service connection. When you click this, then you can see there is a various option, but you need to select this Azure Manager. Okay. Then click next. When you click, then it will ask you to for this authentication method. So one is service principal and manage identity, but for Microsoft Hosted Agent, you can go for service principal. You can also connect with the manage identity. So here I can select a service principal. Okay, service principal manual option. Uh, then you can see here you need to mention the subscription ID of your portal, and then subscription name you can mention, and then it will ask to provide the service principal ID. Show that service principal, you need to create the service principal and note down the service principal key also, that is called secret value, which you need to note down, and then mention the here tenant ID and then name of the service connection. And when you click on create or verify, it will allow you to create. So before that, as a part of this information, you need this confidential information, which I can't show you as a part of confidential things. So this all you need to get this all, you need to go to Azure portal. Here in second tab, I can go to Azure portal here, and then you can go to default directory, that is called your active directory. Under the active directory, you can see app registration. If you have not created it, inside the app registration, I have created this one, Terraform pipeline. And then when I click on this, then I can see all the detail, but this all is confidential. So I'm hiding it. And in this way, you can note down this all detail of your app registration, and then go to DevOps and enter here all detail, and then you can create the service connection. So let's suppose this is the service connection which you have created. Now using this service connection, you need to mention the service connection in your pipeline. Then Terraform or pipeline will connect via the service connection to create resources. I can show you one example here. This is my source code and this is my pipeline file, YAML file. Here what I did, I'm performing three steps. One is initialization and plan and apply. So you can see this. In each steps we need the service connection. So that is Terraform SCN which I created. Where I created here on Azure DevOps. So same service connection I'm using in source code here in pipeline. So this is my pipeline here. I'm using this, and then you can see this is also used by here also connected Terraform. Not this is tab, it is here. Look at here. So this all three places it is used and to perform to create the resources on portal. We need service connection. In this way you can mention the service connection and then you can run your pipeline. So here is my pipeline. Just want to show you. So this is my pipeline and pipeline YAML. Here also you can see, if you want to see, if you click on add it, then you can see the same body of pipeline. Here you have the service connection. Look at this, and here also this. So initialization, plan and apply, all three steps are using service connection. That's the reason we need service connection. And then you run this pipeline, then perform all Terraform steps and it will create the resources there on portal. Show how it is init, plan, apply, this all are created, all are run, and then you can see your resources on the portal. So in this way we can create resources and to run the pipeline. For running the pipeline you need service connection. So that's the reason we have this. We need to create service connection as in Azure DevOps. So that is all how to create service connection, why it is needed, and without service connection it is mandatory to create a service connection for creating resources on portal and doing the deployment. So that's all part of this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you in next video.